Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another installment in the makeup collection slash declutter series, and we are going to be doing foundations today, both drugstore and high-end. It's going to be done at sort of an angle, so you'll be looking down on my vanity top, and we go through drugstore first, and then we're going to be going through high-end. If these are videos that you guys enjoy watching, it seems like you do. I think it's one of my most viewed videos. Please continue to let me know and watch those videos. I'd love to do more of them for you. I certainly have a plethora of makeup to get through. So please stay tuned, and enjoy. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, so first we're going to go through drugstore foundations. So I do actually have a couple, I guess these are higher end anyway, but they are powder foundations. However, I usually don't use them as powder foundations, so these actually are going to be staying in my collection. These are the Laura Geller Baked, Balance and Brighten Foundation, Porcelain and Fair. Fair was just not fair enough, so I did pick up the Porcelain one when they were on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty. And then this is just the Tarte Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation in Fair Neutral, which I love, just a set foundation. Alright, so actual drugstore foundations. Let's see. This actually is a foundation mixer. I did just get it to mix actually with the higher end foundation. It's a little bit too dark for me when it's not summertime. So this is the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in the shade White. So this is staying. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail Makeup. I actually really enjoy this. It keeps my skin relatively matte, and I am in the shade Soft Ivory, and so I am keeping this one. Another really good one that I love from L'Oreal is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Serum Absolute. This one is a little bit more matte, a little bit more full coverage. This one is a little bit more sheer and a little bit more dewy. This one I think I like better. It is in 143 Soft Ivory, and this is 602 Soft Ivory. A little bit different shades. This is a little bit more peachy pink. This is a little bit more neutral to yellow, but still love them both. Alright, this is actually a BB cream that I got from Dollar Tree because I was curious. It was $1, and it's super, super fair. Like, look how fair that is. That is basically white with a little bit of pink in it. Ooh, and now it's coming out everywhere. I love, love, love this. This is super hydrating. Barely any coverage, but if you top with a nice powder, it's great for simple sort of no makeup days. So that is also staying. Okay, the next thing, these are two of the Maybelline Fit Me foundations, both in the shade 110 Porcelain. This is one that I am about out of, which is why I have the duplicate. I am going to keep both of them. I am going to try to finish this before, it's still good, still covers, still doesn't seem like it has gone bad or anything, so I am going to keep both of them and finishing this one up first, of course. Okay, let's see. This is the Revlon Color Stay. I wanted to love this, but it showed up really, really pink on my skin. If you can see that. The camera's not really doing it justice. It looks actually perfectly neutral on camera, but it does come off really pink on my skin, so this is actually going to be put in my giveaway box, or my makeup trash box that my family, not makeup trash, but my box of stuff that my friends and family go through. This is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless in the shade 205 Ivory. This is wonderful. I really, really like this foundation. More of a CC cream, if anything. But this actually was in a favorites of mine a couple months back, so this is not going anywhere. Oh, this foundation. Okay, so this is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum. I love this foundation, but it actually is too dark and too pink. If you can see that. I actually am going to keep this, and I'm going to try to mix it with this NYX White Foundation Mixer to see if I can get a better color for my skin tone. If not, it's going to go. But I'm going to keep it, at least to try one more time with this little guy. Okay, this is the L'Oreal True Matte Super Blendable Makeup in the shade W1, Warm 1. I got this because actually it is much lighter than N1, which is neutral. I think both of these are actually going to go. I like the coverage that they give, however this one is definitely too yellow tone for my skin, and then the neutral is just too dark. I don't love what they do on my skin besides the coverage, so I think these actually are both going to go. Let's see, these are two NYC BB creams. This one is Instant Matte, and this one is just the Smooth Skin, the original version, both in the shade Light. I don't remember loving these or being wowed by them. Let's see. They actually look a little bit dark as well. I think I'm actually going to, do I want to keep the matte one? I almost want to keep the matte one. I think I'm going to keep the matte one and get rid of the original. Okay, so this is the Matte and Poreless in the shade 112. I actually have the lighter shade, which is 110. With a dusty cap. And this is actually my color, whereas this is definitely not and leans more pink. I'm going to keep the 110 and get rid of the 112. Okay, so this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous. This is just going to go. It didn't really work on my skin type, and I didn't love it, so it's going to go. I do, however, love the Outlast Original in the shade 805, not 810. However, that one went bad, so it is currently in my makeup empties that I will be doing here in the next week or so. But this is going to go, but I definitely would repurchase the original. Okay, this is just a little baby sample of the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. I am keeping this. I also am keeping the full size that I have up here that we'll go through next. But this is just a nice little travel mini. I'd definitely be keeping this and keeping its full-sized sister. Okay, this is the Tarte. This is not Drugstore, but this is Highend. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay BB Tinted Moisturizer. Oh, this one. So I got this to wear under the powder foundation that we'll go through next. I think I'm going to keep it at least for a while longer. If I don't continue to use it, I will get rid of it. It's very sheer, not a lot of coverage. I don't think I can wear this on its own, but I can wear it under the mineral foundation or other sorts of powders. But I'm going to keep this for the time being, and then we shall see about in the future. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Liquid Makeup. In the shade Light 1. I had L2, I believe, and I got rid of that and found L1. I am going to try to give this a little bit more of a go, but it wasn't really my favorite when I first tried it. I am going to try a couple more times before putting it away for good, though. Okay, so this is what we are keeping so far. This little container, by the way, sits in the top of my storage, my makeup storage drawers down below my desk. Is what is staying so far. I'll move that behind us. And then this is what is going to be put in my makeup giveaway or throwaway box. Not too bad if I say so for myself. Alright guys, so now we're going to be doing Highend, except for this one which I forgot to mention in the drugstore section. So this is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin in the shade 10 Porcelain. I actually really enjoy this, and I'm really excited to try the powder that just came out for this line. Super, I'd say medium coverage. It's not super full coverage or anything, but looks very, very natural on the skin. So this is staying as well. I am going to do a little disclaimer. All of my high-end foundations are staying, but that is only because if I get a high-end foundation that that doesn't work for my skin or that I don't enjoy, I will return it. Because Sephora and Ulta have really wonderful return policies. So I have returned the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow, which is the lightest shade, just unfortunately was not light enough for me. I also returned the Stila Aqua Glow foundation in the shade Fair. That also was not everything that I had hoped it would be in a foundation. I'm sure I've returned a couple other ones, but I can't think off the top of my head. Okay, so first, let's see. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation in the shade Fair Honey. Love this foundation because it looks very natural on the skin, gives really great coverage. I wouldn't say full coverage, but really great coverage on the skin. And it doesn't look like you're wearing foundation, or it also doesn't look like you're wearing a powder foundation, so it doesn't make you look powdery or matte or anything like that. Actually, it's a really nice finish to it. I was going to say dewy. It's not dewy, but it's, I'd say maybe demi-matte. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation in the shade 0.5. I also have its new little sister, the All Nighter Foundation, in the same shade. However, if you will note, the shades are quite different. The Naked Skin is much, much darker, even though it is the same shade, 0.5. And this actually foundation is the reason I picked up the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in the shade White, because I want to make this work for me now that we're going to the fall and winter months. But love both of these. These are both staying. This is basically perfect for me in the summer. This is probably one of my all-time favorite foundations. This is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Fluid Foundation with Argan Oil in the shade Dynamic RG5. It is a perfect neutral, fair shade, great for in the winter, and it doesn't make my combo to oily skin any more combo to oily, even though there's oil in it, which is one of the reasons I love it. Great coverage, great finish. Really, really love this foundation. Can't wait to use it again. It's very, very fair, so I have been able to use it this summer, but I'm very much looking forward to using it again. Alright, this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation in the shade Fair Neutral. This is not as neutral as I thought it would be, and not as fair as I thought it would be, but I love the way this looks on my skin, and I actually use a little bit of the Tarte concealer on my, basically down my T-zone, on my chin, forehead, a little down the nose, to sort of lighten it up. But I love this foundation. I love the way my skin looks when I have it on. I can't really explain it, and it almost is one of those foundations that gets better as you wear it throughout the day. So this is not going anywhere. This is the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Water in the shade Fair. A very liquidy foundation, great for super light coverage days. It has a dropper. This is not going anywhere either. Again, none of these are. This is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra 24-Hour Makeup. I actually did a sample, first impressions of this foundation when I had a little sample from from Sephora, and I actually just picked this up from Sephora with the last of my birthday gift cards. This is in the shade 90 Ivoire Neutral, or 90, basically the lightest shade they have. They just introduced this. The lightest shade originally was 100, but now they have this shade in 90, and it's perfect, very more so for winter and fall for me, but I've been wearing it anyway because I love the way it looks on my skin, specifically with a damp sponge. Finally, I have this little guy. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream in the shade Fair. Again, this is not going anywhere. You saw the little baby one in the drugstore section because that's where apparently it ended up. But I love this foundation for summer. It's perfectly lightweight, but still has that 50 SPF. And so it doesn't make me extra oily. It sets beautifully with powder, a very nice sort of sheer to medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage whatsoever, even though it says it's a full coverage cream. Possibly it could be built up with more than one pump, though I've never needed more than one pump with this guy. Even though it looks a little bit darker than my skin tone, it blends beautifully into my skin, and topped with a nice sort of fair powder, it works perfectly. So these are my high-end foundations. I believe I've gone through all my foundations. I'm not 100% positive, but I don't keep them anywhere else, and there's none in my everyday makeup drawer right below us because lately, again, I've been wearing the Lancome one. So those are the products and the foundations that I have. Again, we didn't declutter any of the high-end ones, but we did declutter quite a few of the drugstore ones, which I'm pretty pleased with. These are not ones I've reached for in the past couple months, and so I think it's safe to say they're good to go. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.